Oh, okay. I think we're streaming. How are you? You're looking awfully cute today. No. I'm kidding. You're ugly. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Alright, what's going on? I did mini bosses. I think it took me like 2 days, and then I took a day off yesterday. And I've been working on mini games today. So I suppose I should show the mini boss thing real quick. Sadly, I have hidden everything. I gotta reapply it. Also noticed just recently, this seagull stage thing that I created, I don't know when, but I apparently deleted that. At least I couldn't find any instance of me using it. So I put it back in the game. Pretty sure everything else here is in the game, so I don't know when I removed the seagull part. Maybe, I think what happened was I did it for like the test stage, but I never actually put it in the game. So I fixed that. But that was a weird one that I just happened across, and I just couldn't believe that I coded it, and I remember testing it and showing it on stream one time, but I guess I just never applied it to the game, which is baffling. Okay, so we want mini bosses. No, not just mini bosses. We want the world map mini bosses, which actually it's, wait, where is it? Part of backgrounds? Mini bosses, here we go. That's the stuff in the mini boss stages. World map, icons. Oh, here we go. Mini boss shadows. This is the thing I'm looking for. So yeah, I ended up, I was using the mini boss icons that I had before, but I didn't really like them. I thought it would be more fun if there's actually like a shadow under the water. So I spent like a little bit of time making all these little shadows for each of the different mini bosses. And yeah, these are just something that's appears on stage when you could find the, when you could find them, I guess. I don't know how to say that. And if you touch them in the world map, then it starts the boss. So I'm just going to drop all these down, and that way we can look at all the mini bosses. It'll be a lot easier if I zoom in a little. You can actually see what they look like. Now this is good music for this. It's like Titan music. Basically what these guys are. Gigantic fish titans. So these are all the different mini bosses. So starting from the top, we've got anglerfish, which is, yeah, this top left one right here. I think you can see my mouse. Can you not see my mouse? I thought I should really make it to where you can see my mouse. I actually thought you could see it, but I guess not. That's odd. I really thought you'd be able to see my mouse. Is it just like screen capture? Yeah, I think it's just screen capture. Yeah, you can see my mouse here. Huh. Anyway, this top left one, that's the anglerfish. Mini boss sprite or whatever. We got the crab, just to the right. We got the eel. Jellyfish is this big one. Although, I thought the jellyfish was too big compared to everybody else, so I ended up, this is the only one that I shrunk the size by like half, because it was too big. Actually, never mind, I shrunk the salmon by half as well, because it was too big. So these two got shrunk down. This one right here is the octopus. This one's a shark. This one's a stingray. And yeah, the way it works is they appear on screen at the point in the game when, you know, they would show up. And they have a behavior moving around the map, depending on what boss it is and what area it's in. So like, I think the crab appears up here in this top corner. Yeah, crab appears here. And the crab doesn't actually move, it just is there. Same thing with the eel. Eel is in this bottom corner, and it doesn't move. Jellyfish is right next to port, so you'd be able to see it immediately to know it's a thing. And the jellyfish, the way it does, it just kind of like moves around randomly. It cannot go into the deeper water, so it's confined to the shallow waters. Then the salmon is just down here, and same kind of deal, it moves around, but can't leave the shallows. The stingray is in the middle C bit here, and I think he starts up at the top a bit, but yeah, he can't move into the shallows of the deep. He moves around this area. The stingray is actually, the stingray, the shark are set up in a way, and the anglerfish, they like face the direction they're moving. Because it was easier to distinguish them from the top, I guess. I don't know. I just did them all a little bit differently. And then, yeah, octopus, anglerfish, and shark are in the deep water. And that's really all there is to that. And we'll show all the different stages. Back to this. But we're going to go to the mini game if I don't change this around. Go to world map. Ooh. Hit play. I hope I didn't set the seagulls to be too many. I set them to be like a 10% chance every, I think it's like every 5 to 10 seconds. I think that might be too many seagulls. I think it needs to be much rarer. But honestly, we don't see that many clouds, and the clouds got a much higher percent chance, so it should be alright. I just attached it to like the sky background or whatever, and I just made like a random chance it'll spawn a seagull anytime it spawns a cloud. Yeah, because I went through all the code, and I used Control-Shift-F to find the seagulls, and yeah, I just never put them in the game. I think I had them at some point, and I deleted it or something. I don't know what happened there. It's just baffling, like I said. Looks like it's got to build the game again, which is unfortunate. So I've been working on this minigame stuff. Here's the stage for the minigame. This is for the plain minigame. I've been setting up like how the background works, but I haven't really done much. I need to set like the water, what the water looks like. Gotta do like a plane movement and dropping bombs, and then we gotta set up like a spawner that creates waves of enemies depending on. What I'm thinking is I'm probably gonna do like maybe 3 patterns per creature. So like we'll do jellyfish moving in a pattern of 3, and then salmon moving in a pattern. Probably just do like, I think maybe do 2 per. I don't know what I was thinking before, but I think like if you're in the shallows, you can see jellyfish or salmon, and they'll move in like a couple random patterns that are just randomly picked. If you're in the sea area, you can see octopus and stingrays, and then if you're in the deep water, you'll see maybe all of them plus the shark. Maybe that's how I'll do it. So it'll be less work too. We'll just say the deep water, you can run into all the enemies plus the shark enemy. I can think there's not really another enemy that works for like a side-scrolling shooter type thing. Because I can't use like the eel, I can't use the crab. I can't really use, I mean I could use the anglerfish, but it doesn't make sense. A deep water creature up at the surface. Oh yeah, I can't use eel. I could throw turtles in there somehow, but I don't know. I think it'd just be those 5 enemies because they make sense. Alright, here we go. It started. Let me click on this. There we go. Hit this. So we should be able to see all the mini bosses kind of doing their thing, except for the stingray will be stuck. Because technically the stingray isn't supposed to be moving in deep water. The 2 that are in shallow water, they'll work in deep water just because they can't actually get to the deep water without passing through the middle water. So they'll still move around. But here they all are, moving around. Oh, I should make it to where the salmon actually faces left or right. That's something I didn't do. See, the jellyfish doesn't have to actually rotate. All these guys, they kind of face the direction they're going. Stingray too. Yeah, salmon should actually like face left or right, I think. Because it's kind of weird when he moves backwards. Yeah, crab and eel just kind of sit there. So I did something to where they like fade out and fade in randomly. So, I don't know, it kind of looks like they're underwater. They do glow in the dark when it becomes night. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. Everything's good except for this one. I didn't really think about that because I didn't look at it. I didn't test it well enough. Let's go to the jellyfish. So if I run into this, it'll play a little animation, just splashing, and throw us into the stage. So yeah, this is like fighting the jellyfish boss. We got like little jellyfish show up in the backgrounds, just moving across the screen. Dun, dun, dun. We'll have like some sort of boss music for each of the mini bosses, though it'll all be the same music. And you just fight it. The way the jellyfish works is the more damage you do to it, he'll start spawning more and more jellyfish. I forgot about that. That's gonna break it. Technically, you can't start this this battle with without collecting this meteorite already. So technically, this wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, you shouldn't be able to start the mini boss without having an item, or you'll have like a free item slot, and this meteorite isn't one, because the stage ends once you collect the item at the end. So now I won't be able to actually collect the item, or maybe I will and it'll just break the game. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, anyway, let's finish this and then I'll fix that. Yeah, I totally forgot that I needed to turn that off if I was going to test this. There we go. So he dies, he drops a bunch of loot. One of those items should be his corpse, but because we've already got an item, the corpse doesn't spawn because I didn't want items to overlap. So actually we're stuck in this stage forever because we can't. Yeah, that won't be a problem. Let me fix that. To fix that, I just need to set the meteorite to 3. There we go. The meteorite is the only item that can spawn in a stage like that, but you can't actually progress any further. You can't progress to any of the other items without getting the meteorite first. And yeah, the way I set it up is you have to reach a certain progression point for the different bosses to appear. So like the crab's not here because we haven't reached that progression point. And if you're ever carrying an item, they won't show up either because I don't want you to go into a stage when you have an item and have that happen. Okay, let's try that again. Though, I mean, you basically saw what it was. It's pretty simple. Just fight the jellyfish, kill it. Salmon's next. Wait, that wasn't the salmon, was it? What happened? Huh. Did I not test the salmon? I'm confused. It's dragging me into the deep sea area. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that. Oh, it keeps dragging me out because I keep colliding with it. Huh. Oh, God. Alright, let's look at that real quick. Salmon. What's going on, Salmon? It's supposed to go to the Salmon boss room. think I know what's going on. This might be a weird one because I haven't actually encountered this yet. But if I go to player, the ship, I think I have something here like we're checking for this. And if this is true, it goes to the stage. I think that might be what's happening. Yeah, right here. Okay, it's weird that I've never had this happen before, but I should have seen this before now. Because, yeah, I was checking to see if we zoom in the screen. That's how I know to actually go to the next room. But because these zoom in the screen, of course they would overlap. And it's just strange that this is the first time I've actually seen this bug. So I need to find a way to differentiate between this one and this one. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that. Honestly, that might apply to the alien too, now that I think about it. Because the alien also drags you in the scenes. Oh, the alien attack is here. There we go. Okay, so this one actually plays when the animation ends. So it wasn't causing any sort of error like that. Well, I guess technically it could if it was zooming in. Right? Because this causes it to zoom in. Yeah, I haven't really noticed this till now, but it totally is a problem. Okay, so if this is it. If collision point ship, it starts this attack animation, and then if alien attack's not on, it's going to turn it on. To turn our controls off so we can't move, and then it's going to start zooming in, and just when the animation ends is what was sending us into the next room. But because of the way I have this set up, if you zoom in on the camera, the second the zoom in gets to this point, which is all the way zoomed in, it's also going to do this. So yeah, I just need to set this up to where this only triggers... I mean, I guess one thing I could do is I just set up a variable for this. Alright, let's do that. I think that'll be the easiest fix. So that I know which one it is. So we'll just say if, we need another one in here. I don't know what to call this. This is like a player-controlled screen entrance. I don't know, anchor down or let's call it like player enter equals false. Okay, and then all I have to do is say for the ship, yeah, whenever the zoom in equals true, which I think is just here. Let me see. Okay, there's two of them. Anytime I set this to equal true, then I say OW camera player enter. Oh, whoops. I set that to be true. And then right here, I search to see if that is true. Okay. So as long as we've turned this on and we're zooming in, then it will go in. Otherwise, it'll know that we're zooming in for some other reason. And this won't actually activate. Now we go to the next one, do that same thing. Don't do that. Did I do that before? No. Alright. So now I know this will only trigger if I've done this part of it. Otherwise, we won't get dragged in one of these scenes unless we are the ones that activated it. And there's no way to cancel this once it starts, so that shouldn't cause any other issues. Okay, that should fix that problem. You know what, while we're in here, we're doing the salmon. I want to set this up to where the image X scale changes depending on what the direction is. Also, this is how the mini bosses work, which they're fairly simple. They have a timer, a timer's target, which can change between like a second and 5 seconds. There's a fade here, move, target X and Y, image X scale and Y scale is half on this guy because he's smaller. This fade is, yeah, it tries to get to half fade. It reduces by like a random range. And then once it reaches its target, it sets fade defaults and then does it in the opposite direction. So it alternates fading in and out randomly. Timer goes up. Once timer reaches the target, whatever it was, it's going to reset the timer and the target. And then if we were moving, it's going to set move defaults. Otherwise, it's going to set move to true. So this will alternate between moving and not moving. And then it'll set this like point that it's trying to reach. It moves to that direction. They mostly work like that. It's kind of a weird way to do this one because this one doesn't actually like rotate around, but I already had the code done for one that did rotate and I just did it this way because I was copying and pasting from that code. Yeah. And at place meeting ship, it'll do the zoom in, and then once it does zoom in, and it doesn't care about the other part, this will activate. And then if it's not moving, and this is how I stop it from like going somewhere I don't want it to move. So if it's not moving, if it's touching our ship, or if it's touching a wall, which is any of the land masses, or if it's touching the sea, then the speed equals 0, otherwise the speed equals 0.5. So this all stops it from going out of bounds, basically. And this isn't like the best way to do this code, it might get stuck. But it doesn't really matter. It didn't have to have like really fancy controls because it moves so slowly around the map. And you're probably just going to run into it anyway, because that's the whole point. Okay, I just need to figure out how to change this direction thing. Which is like, I hate it when it's directions. That's going to make this difficult. If direction. Yeah, doing this as an angle sucks. Because now I gotta do this in like angles. If direction is less than or equal to 90, or direction is greater than or equal to 270, image X scale equals 0.5. Otherwise, image X scale, oh god, I'm off, but equals negative 0.5. There we go. So, yeah, if it's facing to the right, it should be using normal sprite. Otherwise, it should use the other sprite. I think that'll fix that. It's the only one that actually rotates. Oh my god, you can't see the screen. How long have you not been able to see the screen? What the hell? Sorry. I did all that and you didn't even see anything. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. I explained it pretty well. You'll have to visualize. My bad. Oh, I feel dumb. Okay, so yeah, you can see the salmon. If he's ever moving left, he should face left. If he's ever moving right, he should face right. I want to see him move the other way. Anytime now. Face that way. Come on. Come on, you can go that way. There he goes. Alright, cool. Alright, salmon boss. Yeah, big old salmon. There's salmon in the background. They move left and right. And yeah, salmon's pretty much like the jellyfish. He just spawns more salmon the more damage you do to him. Yeah, I mean, these mini bosses weren't supposed to be like super amazing, but he drops a bunch of loot. He drops his item, research item, the corpse. You collect all the loot, collect the corpse, and once you collect the corpse, it's supposed to kick you out of the stage. That's how it's supposed to work. So cool, that works. All right. Oh, I remember what happened. It's because I did this and I just closed the screen without actually pressing 1. Just gonna have to keep doing this so that I can reset the item and test the next mini boss. Okay, so we did that. The next one would be the crab, which is here. I put a bunch of crabs on the bottom of the screen. This was actually kind of like the more complex thing. I had to like code how they work and how their shadows work to work in the new area. And yeah, I mean, crab's really easy. He's actually very simple. He spawns crabs as well, but as long as you don't go to the bottom of the screen, you'll be fine against the crabs. I mean, honestly, crab's a pretty simple one. Just keep going left and right. Keep shooting at them. And when you kill the crab, all the other crabs leave the screen. So that's the special thing for that. Crab does have a lot of health though. There you go. So kill it, pick the thing up. Once he's gone, they're all dispersed at random speeds. Why did it throw us back? Oh, because, okay, so we left the screen there, but we are sitting on the crab. So we immediately go back into the game because we're touching the crab. But technically that won't happen. And because we have the item, it's going to keep kicking us out of the game immediately. So that's what's happening. That's not a bug. Alright, the eel is next. He's gonna cause the same problem that happened before. So yeah, I set up the coral area, and all I did was stretch it so it's taller and it can go into a larger stage. And I put a bunch of eel and a wall on the side of the screen. And yeah, they just kind of randomly shoot out. But nothing to it really. There we go. And it's just the eel boss. So really, as long as you stay in the center of the screen, shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, he gets stuttered a lot less the more you damage him. Oh, that was close. Here we go. Pick up the eel. Grab all this fat loot. You've got a short amount of time to get it after you get the item. There you go. And yeah, it throws us back in because we're actually touching them on the world map. Next would be the octopus, I think. There he is. I didn't really have to change these guys too much from the final boss fight, but he has the same code. Only thing different here is he creates these little octopus that move across the screen, and they don't, you know, behave like normal octopus. You can blow them up, and they actually die permanently, and they constantly spawn, and they just get like more and more frequent the more you damage them. So you'll get more and more octopus showing up, and they're kind of just like randomly placed along the screen on a timer. Pretty simple. And they do drop loot, so you can actually farm some loot here. Also, at this point in the game, you would have better upgrades. I don't think the last 4 mini bosses don't show up until you have this suit, so technically you would have this at this point. I found it easier to just kind of like stay at the top when fighting this guy, because if you're moving up and down a lot, your chances of running into an octopus become a lot higher, because you'll just like run into it from the bottom of the top. So better to kind of like stay on one plane so you know where the octopi are. Oh god, he gets faster. Ah! Oh golly, I got hit. They get kind of tough. I wanted to like, I did try and scale them a bit. Oh no, look at all these. Okay, I took them down, good. Yeah, they get kind of tougher the further along you go. So, the difficulty does ramp up a bit. I really should make full screen be like the default for the game, so I don't have to keep doing that. Okay, after the octopus is the stingray. My man over here. There we go. Yeah, these bosses are pretty much the same thing as what is on the final stage. I did change their color back to normal. That was one thing, but that was easy to do. I mean, I already had the sprites. I just had to take the orange overlay off. So this guy, once you get him at half health, he summons another one. But the summon one is only at half health, so basically you're just like fighting 2 of them. Only one of them will actually drop the thing. If I've done it right. This one's not too difficult because there's not really any ads. Oh, okay, yeah, it doesn't kick you out of the screen until you've actually defeated them both. So technically we picked up the item there, but we can't actually leave the screen until this guy's down. There we go. And that one doesn't, that one's a fake one. It doesn't actually drop anything. Once we're both down, should kick us out. Oh, I saw a seagull there. So that works. And I pressed the wrong button there. I wonder if I shuffled the playlist. I might not have. I think we're getting a bunch of music from Spider. Alright, so after Stingray, I think the next one's the Shark. Or I think the Angler is what I actually considered the next one. We'll do him, because I wanted the Shark to be the last one. So the Angler is actually one of the more annoying ones, because he like randomly appears. And his actually deals with like the lights, and the way his works is his light just slowly goes out the more you damage him. So eventually you won't really be able to see him. You'll have to actually use your flashlight if he's in the darker part of the area. Seems to be spawning right here a lot. I wonder if he'll go any lower than that. He should. Maybe we're just getting variance. No, yeah, he's higher again. I kind of want him to stay in the darker area. But I do kind of like that you have to go searching up and down to find him. See where he's actually spawning at now. And the light actually does help you like locate him, because it makes it a little more obvious where he's at. And he doesn't really have any more of a special mechanic other than the light thing. So, pretty simple. Oh, I haven't really been looking at the stages, but they've all kind of got a unique stage. Like, the Octopus and the Stingray are just like normal stages, I think. So, there wasn't really much to talk about with them. This guy, he's just got like a normal neat background, but with the oil bottom. It's just not glowing. The Shark I put inside of like another shipwreck zone. There we go. So that's the anglerfish stage. Last one is the Shark, which is this big dude here. Yeah, he just comes at you immediately. Not much difficult about this. I mean, you can see the shipwreck in the background. This guy's not too difficult as long as you don't stay like horizontal with him. He slows down if you're ever vertical with him, but if you're ever horizontal, he can go pretty quick. So the idea is you only get horizontal with him when he stops moving. Hit him a couple times and then get out of the way. And he gets staggered less the more you shoot at him. I don't think he has any special things. I thought I had him spawn with extra sharks. I don't know if I removed that because it was too difficult. This guy is actually kind of difficult like on his own. Just because of like his hitbox and how fast he moves. Yeah, like that. How like suddenly he moves. You just like have to be really careful. So I don't think I did anything to really like make him any more difficult. So that's the last mini boss. Yeah, and every time you get one of them, you take it back to port, turn it in, and all you gotta do is get it to port, and then you unlock it. And once you exit, actually that's one way I could have been doing this. I could have just kept unlocking them, huh? But once it's unlocked, it'll never appear again. So if you pick up the item and then, like, say you run into the alien or something on the way back, and you drop the item, you will have to fight the boss again. Which, I guess, I don't know, it seems a bit harsh, but the bosses aren't that difficult. So it's like, whatever. Okay. That was all of them showed off. And we fixed a couple bugs there while we were at it. So, I guess that's one of the good things with showing stuff on Twitch. Is it lets me catch some of the bugs. A little bit of extra play testing. Delete them. Alright, so minigames. I guess, so what I've got already, I can set this back to 0 while I'm at it. Yeah, what I've got is the plain minigame room, the background. I don't know if I'm just going to leave it in here. I guess I could. Though the only thing that'll change as far as the background is the color of the water changes based on if you're in like the shallows, the sea, or the deep sea. But I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with like a spawner or something that just kind of like figures that stuff out. The sky doesn't really change because you never play a mini game at night. I figured I'd just do that to make things easier. So yeah, there's a background, it chooses a random index, and then there's a sky that creates clouds. And then I did this based on the Y coordinate, so these backgrounds will work for both mini games. It's just where I create them at is where it's at or whatever, I don't know. I should probably create like the water as part of this background. I don't know. Let me look at the water line that I had from before. Which actually, I haven't looked at that in a long time. I don't even know where it's at. I think it's an effect. Water surface. Okay, yeah, I made a separate one for the meteor. I'll probably have to do that for the minigame. So I have this thing interact with the player. I'll have to remove that because the player is technically not in a minigame, or this object isn't. So yeah, I think I'll just make a duplicate of this water surface and we'll edit it. We'll make a different one for the plane and one for the fishing game. Alright, so anything that interacts with the player needs to be changed. But does it collide with anything else? I don't think so. I mean, the things it's supposed to collide with are enemies and explosions and bullet explosions, so technically I need all these ones, but I don't need the player part. And like the plane can never touch the water or interact with the water. So yeah, I just cut that part off and this is all good. That's really all I have to do. But I also have to set this up where it gets created. So here, it's getting created at 245. which is 10 above what my surface was. So I need to figure out where the surface is here, which honestly the surface should be at like 0 of the background. So actually let's try and do this. As part of the background we say I don't know what the water surface is supposed to be at. The water is supposed to be at 300. Let me look at that. No, I made the water surface at -1. I should probably write that down. There we go. So this is what I want. But it's not going to be here. It's going to be at whatever this thing's y coordinate is, -10. I think that'll work. So if I move this up, the water surface should still be, well, yeah, we'll do it based on what the background is. I think that'll make everything easier. Oh, but we're not creating the right thing. We want to do water surface plane. There we go. Honestly, I'm wondering about this now that I'm thinking about it. Let me look at this again, because I might be wrong. This water surface. This is just if it's colliding with, like, the player. I don't think this is going to cause an issue. Because there's definitely times when I'm drawing this water surface and I don't have any enemies or explosions on screen. So actually, I don't think I need to create a new one of these for this one. I think I can just use the one that I had. And all I gotta do is add to it anything new that collides or that, yeah, interacts with this. Which should only be like, for the fishing minigame, I'm thinking when the lure touches the water, it'll cause the water to, you know, move. But other than that, everything else is the same. So let's try and do that and see if we don't get any errors. And honestly, that's really it. We need to test it and see if everything loads correctly. Of course, I gotta rewrite everything because I created a new object and then deleted it. Oh, look, it actually did it. Well, that's cool. Oh, it did not create it where it was supposed to, which is weird. I said y -10. What's going on? I thought the y of this, yeah, its y should be like, oh, it's way up here. Okay, I haven't really taken into account the dead space here. Shit. All right, I'll have to figure that out. So it was making my water surface line like way up here, but it looks like, honestly, the sky is like a little bit in front of the top of this as well. I wonder if I can do it based on where the sky is. Where's the bottom of the sky? Oh, the bottom of the sky is way down here. Well, crap. Doesn't look like there's an easy way to do it. Well, in that case, I should just put it on the mouse, right? Also, I need to reveal this or it's going to cause an issue. Yeah, let's just put it on the mouse. Oh, but it's creating it, so it's not actually going to follow the mouse. Oh, okay, and then I just find out where the mouse coordinate is. I still have that turned on. Okay, so the place that I want to create it should be, if I put it like right on the center, I'm gonna full screen it so it's easier to see. It seems like it's creating it extra high though. Alright, it should be creating it at about 853. Let's do 852. So that means 842. Let's just try 842. I'll just have to set this up to where it's different for the fishing minigame. Because the way the screen works from between the plane and the fishing minigame is basically the sky is like takes up most of the screen in the plane game, and then the fishing game it takes up the opposite amount. It's more water than sky. But this isn't right. It didn't create it at the correct place. Oh, and I know why. Because as part of this, this actually sets it y equals this. Crap. Okay. Alright, here's the fix. 842. Change this back to, well, no, we'll leave it there. So we just say that's why it never looked like it was in the right place, because it just kept setting it to 245. Alright, so if the room equals this, then it'll set it to that, otherwise it'll set it to this. We'll set up another circumstance there for if it's the fishing minigame. Okay, I think that's about the right spot. It looks about right. It's the sky on top and the water on the bottom. I'm gonna have to do more clouds, I think. I did like the clouds very sparingly before. I also need to remember to do the water, the light rate thing. I'm actually kind of curious. We haven't seen a single cloud yet. I might have to do like a new type of cloud. A cloud that moves like from left to right. Because usually I think the clouds go the other direction very slowly. I want them to go from left to right rather fast. Flying really quick so it looks like we're actually flying through the sky really quick. And then for the fishing minigame, normal clouds will be fine. It's a bit odd that we haven't seen a single cloud this entire time though. Which makes me think they're not spawning in the right place. Or they're spawning behind? Right. It could be variants, and we just haven't seen one. Okay, I don't think it's working. Why are we not getting any clouds? So it creates them at, like off the screen to the left, and it's between 0 and y plus 800. Oh, maybe it's going below the screen now that I think about it. I want to set this up right. So y plus 800 would be, so the y on this one is 0, 0. and 800 would bring it just above the top of the line here. So I wanted to set this up, regardless of where it's created, it should be between the top of the screen and wherever this line is. I thought that would do it. Right, so that should be 0 and 800 in this case. It's creating it at 197, which should be on top of the sky, creating the cloud. It could just be that we're not rolling this 50%. Seems really weird that we never got a single cloud though. Honestly, I don't know why I spawned it so far to the left. Really kind of unnecessary. I guess some of the clouds are actually really big. Maybe that's why I wanted to make sure they're off screen. I don't know, that's weird. I'm just gonna like play the game and let it run in the background and see if a cloud actually does spawn eventually. It's so strange that I haven't seen a single cloud. Okay, what else? So we need to do light rays, which I don't even remember how I was creating light rays before. But if I do Control-Shift-F, and then we can just search for it, FX light ray. It's created with the camera. I can do this as part of the background, I guess. Alright, do I want light rays to be, if we're like moving through the water really fast, these light rays would be moving really quickly as well. So I don't know if I want to use light rays or not. I could try it. I need to create like a new object though. One at a time. Okay, let's copy this and let's do something different with it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to set this up. I really need like an object that actually, like I've been doing before with like a spawner. I've been trying to do most of this stuff actually drawing on the background itself. But I think I actually need a spawner to do this. It would also keep everything confined into one spot. I don't remember why I had a bright light ray L. I must have had a different light ray and I deleted it. But this is a good chance to set up like another letter. So we can do like light ray P for plane. We just figure out how that works. So we copy that and then make P. Open it up. So all this is going to be the same. The only difference is we're going to say y minus equals 10. If y... I don't have to destroy it. It destroys itself eventually. I just want it to like move across the screen when it's created. A 10 might be too slow. I might need to go like 100 or something so we got that speed. Actually, if I'm going to do this based on the speed we're moving, what I should do is just say flight speed equals, well, let's do 100 for now. That way I can make things move based on how fast the plane's going. So instead of this, we say There we go. So this is gonna make it run a little worse. I just thought it might be nice if the plane starts near the water, slowly moves up to speed as it takes off, and then if I had everything else increase its movement with that. I don't know. Is that too much work, or do I just like make it to where it starts with the plane in motion? I feel like I should just do the plane in motion, forget the whole takeoff nonsense. Yeah, screw it. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just set it to 100. And it's not y minus equals 100, it's x. Yeah, forget this. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's test that, but we need to put that in the room. Also, I don't know if I saved these coordinates, so I should do that. This is 0, 0. Yeah, I'm gonna make it to where this thing actually creates these things now. Also, there's a lot of extra stuff on the screen. My nose. 0, 0. I don't remember what the depth of the sky is. I'm gonna go look at that. The sky is 199. Minigame sky. And then whatever this is. So this one is 480. I think it's 300. Also, it would be better to do the background above, so it's created first. Just, I mean, it won't matter, but just good practice. All right, how many windows do I have open? I should have 3. Oh, I've got the background in the sky as well. That's fine. Okay, let's now that we have that, close this, delete that, delete this. We just want the spawner to be in this room to create the things. And hit play. Oh yeah, I didn't check. Crap. Oh, whatever. I didn't check to see if any clouds actually spawned. Oh, also this is going to crash because I didn't set up the timer. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Alright, once we get this stuff working, we need to create the plane controls, which is actually going to be a little tricky because it's like another player object. Shouldn't be too hard. It's basically going to be like, I don't know, I can use some of the code I've got already, but it needs to have like mouse movement and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. It is 12:20. I think Christmas is the 25th. Christmas is coming up. I gotta work. Well, it's 2 a.m., so technically I need to work today or this morning. I don't know, when I wake up. My days are always weird. I go to work today. I get tomorrow off. And then I can work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, I gotta work, but I also work on this game. I'm hoping I get all that done before Christmas. We'll see. If I can get this playing mini game, I don't know if I'll get this done in the next like 2 hours. That seems a bit much, but I'm hoping I get this mini game done tomorrow. And then the next mini game, I'll have 3 days to work on it. And hopefully get the fishing mini game done before Christmas. And then if I do that, I might be able to get my Steam page up by Christmas, which seems like a good day to create a Steam page. People getting stuff. Like sadly, I can't sell by then, but I can at least maybe get some wish list. Cards and whatnot. So yeah, I'd like to pop up on Christmas. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not seeing any light rays. I haven't been seeing any clouds. Are the light rays just moving so fast that we can't see them actually spawn? Because that's the only thing I can think of. So maybe this is too much. Let's go back to 10. Because that's definitely being created on this timer. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm seeing them, but they're being created way too high. That's right. They need to be created like on the water surface, so I need to figure out what this new number is. This number would be 10 below where we're creating our water line. Because I do need to know what that number is. Okay, so our new number should be 852. I should write that down because that number is important. Alright, so now I'll be creating these on the surface. And it does seem like 100 was just too fast. I think 10 might be too slow though. Let's do 20. I want to have the illusion of speed. And so this is what I'm looking at, but they really don't have time to even fade in before. I should create them like off the screen to the right so that they're kind of bright by the time they show up. Otherwise, you don't really get to see them. They're like only spawning. Oh, that one came in pretty early. I think 20 seems like a good speed though. Oh, there's a cloud. Why haven't we seen a cloud till now? Man, that's what's confusing me. I finally saw the cloud. Oh, now there's lots of clouds. Strange. Yes, these clouds need to go the other way though. So I do need to create like a new cloud. And they should probably move at 20. Really, everything should be moving that way at a certain speed, right? I pressed the wrong button there. Oh, my nose. Alright, so let's grab this cloud and go Control D. And I'll rename it in a second. Throw it in here. Okay, let's call this minigame cloud. And then sky is where we're creating clouds. Though now that I think about it, I might want to put this on the spawner itself. I don't know. It'd be fine. My nose started itching. Oh yeah, we need to edit the cloud itself so that it's going the other direction, and it's created on the other side. I didn't really do that, did I? So this just needs to be a positive 2,000, positive 1,000. So we got a random image index, random size. Yeah, they can be very big. That's why I actually created them so far off the screen. The speed equals 1. It probably needs to be 20. Negative 20. Minus 1,000. That's really it. It'll just go in the reverse direction, destroy itself when it gets off screen. I wonder if that'll be too much. Oh yeah, I created a new object. It means more textures. I really hate that bug. Alright, we gotta create a new thing. I wanted to do like movement lines. Though I've got the light rays, maybe I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna try it. As I put them in the game, I might as well see if it works. It's gonna be kind of like just a new object, honestly. Call it wave lines. I did something really weird here where I made them all their own sprite. Oh, because they're different sizes, that's why. And they're all like, yeah, I remember why now. So yeah, I just need to pick like a random one of these sprites. Where are we at? Okay, everything's like not ordered very well. Let's just close it all. Reopen the initialize. Reopen the spawner. This line. Okay, sprite index equals choose. And then we want to do S plane wave 1. There we go. Random wave. It's gonna work just like the cloud did. I'm not seeing any clouds. X plus equals -20. If it's room with, oh, this isn't right. If it's less than -1,000, destroy. Or if it's greater than, oh, so if it's less than, okay, everything about that was incorrect, fixed. Copy that. Step. I don't need to change the scale of the image index. Just need to establish a speed. There we go. Oh, and then I gotta create them. Which, they need to be something consistent. I guess we're doing another timer. I think I want to create this at 852. I don't know what the depth is. The depth should probably be above the water surface, which I think water surface was -1. So it should be at -2. I don't know if any of this is right. We'll see. And then we want to create that wave lines. There we go. There we go. Yes. Alright, so this is what we got, which is kind of what I want. I don't know why I can't full screen the game. There we go. Seems like it's behind. But that's probably for the best. And there's huge screen tearing on my screen. It's really bad. There's the cloud. I guess this works. I need to create this, I guess it's fine. This is just supposed to show the movement. Maybe I want to make these be faded out a bit, like 50% transparent or something. I think the clouds should move slower than everything else. Like they're moving, yeah, clouds shouldn't move that fast. Or they should move like at a random speed. So they could move fast. Yeah, okay, so let's do this a random range. So we'll do -20 to -5. I don't know, what was the normal cloud speed? Like 3? I've already forgotten. Oh, it's 1. Okay, so 3 to -1. Or yeah, 20 to -1. There we go. So some clouds move slowly. -1 might be too slow. Like, we don't want any clouds that are on top to be... Oh, the depth should be whatever this speed is then. So the slower it moves, the further back it should be. Which is confusing. Let me think about that. Where am I creating skies? I'm creating the, or clouds. I'm creating them on the sky. So at 197. I think I'm clear to use all of this. Also, I was seeing that it was crediting it too low, so 800's no good. We gotta do it to like 700. Because some of those were actually in the water. They're so big. Actually, we should probably do like 600. Really get it up off the water. Yeah, okay, so I want to change the depth. So, okay, if the speed is -1, it should be behind. So really, I just need to say depth equal, or depth plus equals speed. I think that'll set it at the right spot. So the higher it is, it'll be on top, yeah. So as we go negative, it goes in front. So that should put the faster clouds should be on top of the slow clouds. I feel like that's going to make too many clouds show up, but we'll see. Then again, I don't see a single cloud, so clearly not. I'm wondering if clouds are getting created too high. Oh, wow, what? That one just popped in. Yeah, that one just popped in too. What's going on? Alright, I'm clearly screwing something up here. So I just wanted to set this. There we go. Oh, okay, I'm setting this at 2,000. How I want to do room width plus 200. That's why. Something tells me I should probably set this to like 15 instead of 20. I don't want them to ever move that fast. I'm wondering if the little wave thing is even worth doing. There's a cloud. That's okay. I'm gonna keep it for now, these little waves, but I might remove them later. They are a little weird. They're just supposed to, they were there to show speed, or you know, like, I don't know. Anytime, so what I want to happen here is I'm gonna create the plane, and anytime you like drop a bullet, and it lands on an enemy, it'll create the water explosion animation, right? But the explosion will like quickly zoom off screen. So that was kind of the idea, to show like, yeah, we're traveling really fast. And then the enemies are just supposed to come on screen and do like a little pattern. Some of them will do like a sine wave. Some will do like a sine or a wave going left and right. So they'll just like move in, move in. Some will do like a spiral. I don't know. I'm just gonna think of as many patterns as I can. And the patterns will get harder and harder. And I'll probably do like for the shark, I'll make it cause like splashes or something that move across the screen as well. So the sharks will just like move along the top or something. I don't know. It's just like coming up with a new pattern for each of the different type of enemies and then having them spawn randomly. Every time you kill something, it's supposed to give you a little bit of loot, which I'll need to do. I'll need to create something on the screen to show what your score is and what items you got. So maybe I'll put that up. I've also got to remember to put the pause screen on this. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't put the pause screen in the cutscenes, but I feel like they should be on the minigames. So yeah, I'll have to do that too. I'm not sure I like these little lines. I think the little light rays are actually fine. Oh, but one thing I wanted to do... Okay, I screwed that up. There we go. One thing I wanted to do with the light rays is make them spawn a little bit earlier. So let's do that. So yeah, I just want to do... So it was a random range between 0 and room width. Oh, that's why some of them don't show up. No, these things need to always be created. Well, okay, let's just do, what's the room width? So I want 960. So let's do 960 to room width plus 960. So they always spawn like half a room early. That should make more light rays, and then I can probably just get rid of this whole thing here. We'll use the light rays to show movement instead, because they look a little nicer. I don't know. Maybe just not as much alpha. I think the part that I don't like is they don't have any like movement. They're just static. I should probably look at like some other shoot 'em ups and see what they do. I imagine it's some sort of like, it's more of a sketchy wave shape. Make it look faster. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about that. Okay, let's get the plane done. So I guess I'm just gonna create a plane object. Actually, I already had a plane object. I just remembered that. I created it like a long time ago. This thing, oh plane. Do I have anything in it? Oh, I don't even know. It's been so long. I don't think I ever used this. No, I never used it. Let's get rid of this. Well, actually, we can just repurpose it, move it up here. I guess we'll keep calling it O-Plane. Let's just call it Minigame Plane. Alright, the sprite will be Minigame Plane. This stuff, get rid of. Okay, I can just look at like the player and pull code that I need. But honestly, it doesn't have to do that much. It'll probably need like a reload thing. Also, I had no idea the player depth was set to 101. Oh, that's for the entrance, that's right. To put them behind the ship. I remember that now. I don't think I need any of this. Let's just get the movement working, I guess. I don't think I need like... Yeah, I guess I do need like an entrance for it. It's not like a death state. I might have like an exit state, but or like an ending state where it like counts up how much loot you earned. I don't know. When I turn the controls off, we do a little entrance thing where it just moves onto the screen, and that turns your controls on. Then you gain control of the character. And then we just check different movement things to make it move around. I wonder if I want to do, I guess I want to do like, I haven't really thought about like the movement or anything. Is it gonna be one-to-one kind of thing? Does it have drag? I think it'll probably be, it'll feel better if it has drag, so I need to do something like that. Let's do mage speed. equals 0, v speed equals 0, and then I probably need like an h speed and v speed max. And then this is how fast it moves. So this was 10 plus this. Let's just go with 10 to start with. Work it from there. So we're going to say x plus equals h speed, y plus equals v speed, but we want to say if x is greater than h speed or x is less than room width plus h speed. Actually, this probably should be minus. Okay, so to make sure we can't go off the screen to the left or to the right, and I think that'll do it. I feel like this isn't the best way to do this. I'm going to have an error if I do this, but I don't know exactly. It would be better to just check. Yeah, instead of doing it by like h speed, it should just be like h speed max. So should I just say 10? Yeah, this should just be a default value. So like this is what I did before. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. So like 20. If it's greater than 20 or room width minus 20. Oh, I should set v speed equal to 0 again. I didn't do this right. Okay. It shouldn't be this difficult. If it's greater than 20, I want to be moving. So if it's less than 20, or I feel like this is gonna get me stuck though, right? I don't want you to be able to get too close to the bottom. Let's just do 700. I just feel like I've done that wrong. I'm gonna have to do like this whole mouse control thing again. I wouldn't mind creating like splashes if the plane gets close to the water, maybe. I don't know. That might be something I do. It would be a neat little effect if you go close to the water, it creates splashes. I might do that. Also, something I forgot to do. I'm pretty sure I've been doing this wrong. And I know what I did wrong. Like with this controller, we have this cleanup step that clears all the particle stuff. But because the controller is a persistent object, never gets deleted, I think this cleanup actually only plays if you delete the object. And it's like the last thing it'll play, and that's usually what clears the different particles. And this is why I was having particles transfer from room to room. So I started putting it in the crate instead, but what I really should have done is just did a cleanup for all these spawner objects. But seeing as I've already done it this way, I don't think it really matters, but it probably would have been better if I did it as like a cleanup event to clear particles. But I'm just gonna do this the way I've been doing it. Clear the particles and create them again. Just to make sure no particles transfer over onto this screen. Alright, back to this movement stuff. Okay, so I probably want this stuff the exact same way I've done it before. I should just like copy all this thing in, all this in, I think. I don't really have wall collisions. Let's just copy this in and work from there. Alright, so I need this precise. Alright, so this is what gets you moving towards the cursor. So all this can stay true. And really, this should all work. And this is for like precise movement or auto movement. All that should work. I just need to set up the different keys. Alright, so where are the other keys? Alright, key up, key down. We need left and right. And then I gotta do not left and right. No, that not left and right is just for making them go back to normal. I don't think we need to mess with that. I already have like keys cancel themselves out in the controller object. That's for rotation, but this actually doesn't rotate. Okay, so this is for attacking. We're gonna need that. I think I want the bullets to work the same, actually. Maybe I just copy all this in. They're gonna work basically the same. I'll just have to figure that out. Okay. Let's work with this. Alright, so we don't have a collision event. I don't care about this. So if v-speed's greater than negative v-speed max. Oh, this is for going up. V-speed minus equals... Now this is based on our global stat upgrade. I don't care about that. This would be like 3 divided by 10, which would make it a 0.3. Now let's just make this a 1. Alright. That simplifies that quite a bit. So if v-speed is less than, plus equals 1. Alright, that should be the same. We're going left. Oh, I always hate... So up is negative, down is positive. In this case, this would be the negative, so it'll be the exact same. Just change the things. Negative h speed max, h speed minus equals 1. Alright, so that should get my movement working. What do I like have to do drag somewhere. Probably in this big string of crap. Unless it's at the top. No. Alright, let's grab one of these and figure out how this works. Alright, so if V speed, oh wait, that's the wrong one. I'll do all the V speed with it. There we go. Alright, so if V speed is less than 0, get rid of that. If V speed plus 0.5 is greater than 0, V speed equals 0. Otherwise, all these like unnecessary things. So, if V speed is less than 0, if V speed plus that is greater than 0, V speed equals 0. Otherwise, add this to it. Okay. So we need that, but we want to do other directions. So if it's less than 0, if it's greater than 0. And I think these are just all changed to minuses. Or all these changed to the other way around. Oh, I can see here. So that goes greater than 0, minus this. This will swap to be that. This is also minus. Copy this. Change all this to HB. That should do the drag. Hello. Monsieur Basil. So do I want to do the movement before or after that? It doesn't really matter. I'll do it here. I feel like this is going to cause an error. If my x is ever less than 20, doesn't this mean I can't move away from 20 anymore? Like, I need to rewrite that. I'm making a mini game. It's kind of like a little plane bomber mini game. I'm trying to get the controls working, but I forget how to like, I don't do player movement. I haven't done it in a couple months, right? Since the last time I worked on my player stuff. So all my knowledge on this stuff has just gone out the window. Even though I have it here to look at, it's just, things are a bit different. I think this is what I need to do. Instead of doing that, I do this. So if y is greater than, I just got to change these numbers. If it's greater than 700, v speed equals 0, y equals 700. That'll stop me from getting stuck. I think that's how you do it. And I do that for each of them, which is kind of a strange way to do it, but I guess that'll work. Alright, so we do it the other way around, which we've already kind of got figured out. So if y is less than 20, then we say b speed equals 0, y equals 20. Okay, that makes sense. This way you can never go above 20, but you never get stuck above 20 either. And technically, this will not continuously activate. This is the way to do it. Okay, and then I do that for x as well, which is like this. V speed equals 0, or h speed equals 0, x equals 0, not 0, 20. If x is greater than minus 20, not that y. There we go. That'll keep us in the room. Well, I'll have to figure out if this 700 is right, but I can do that later. And as long as I do this before this, that'll be fine. Okay, I got all that figured out. Now we just need, well, this seems to all be good. We just need to get the attacking stuff figured out now. But I think I'm just gonna disable all this for now. Okay, but okay, let's set up some of this. Get rid of all this. Get rid of this crap. Delete, delete. We're gonna comment this out. We're gonna set reload equals 0. There we go. And then do the same thing here. Really, we just I don't know, I don't want to do that. Do this. Do that. Alright, somewhere in here I was changing the reload back to normal. I think it's at the top. Yeah. Throw this below, I guess. And here. Oh no, wait, we can't do that. Oh no, it should never go below 0. That's the whole point of this. Make sure it doesn't go below 0. So, no, that's fine. Okay, I think that's all set up now. We've got our firing button, and I think that's all I need. I'm gonna have to get the bullets working, but that's its own task. Whew. That's for the Paula. Okay, let me show this so you can see what I'm actually doing. But I gotta make sure I put it in the room first or nothing's gonna happen. So let's go over here, instance create. Depth. We want to create this at -50. And the Y probably be at like 500. The depth should be 0. And it's going to be O plane, right? Or minigame plane. Minigame plane. There we go. Now we have an object we can control. Let's see if it works. Oh, golly. Oh, that hurts. I gotta rebuild the textures, which will take a couple minutes. Well, we're making some okay progress, I guess. I've only got like another hour to work on this. Maybe 2 hours. I don't know how far I can get in 2 hours. I don't think I can get it finished. But I should be able to get the majority of it. I mean, as long as we get the enemies to move from left to right, I can figure out the pattern part of it tomorrow. Let's just get the enemies to actually spawn. But I gotta make the bullets and have them do what they do. I've already kind of figured this out, but I don't know. Like, I have, in the final stage, the plane drops the bullets the way they're supposed to work, I think. They're supposed to just, like, come out of the plane and do, like, a little diving arc sort of thing, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't want them to, like, slow down when they touch the water. They're just going to keep falling off the screen. And I'm going to set them up the same way to where, like, you can drop 3 or 4 at a time, something like that. As long as... I don't know, just to stop you from constantly spamming the button. Or you can hold it. I don't think I actually set up, like, if you have these different things actually activated. Okay, so auto move should work, but I don't think I have something for auto fire. Oh, okay. Let me open. Oh, that's right, I can't do that. You won't get to see the. Oh, you will if I just reset it now. Which did not work. There we go. Okay, so that's how that works. The plane kind of comes on. It needs to start further off the screen, because now it happens way too fast. That'll happen before you even, like, fade the screen in. So that works. Let me full screen now. Alright, so the movement, yeah, it works pretty well. It's kind of floaty, which is what I want. I think I'm going to make it, like, tilt up and down a little. So, like, as you're going up, the plane should, like, tilt up a bit. And as you're going down, it should go down. And I'll probably make it to where if you're, like, right at the bottom of the screen, little waves will splash up. And I don't know if I want you to go that high up. Probably want to make this a bit lower, like here or so. So 20 is not good. We probably want to make it like 30 or 40. I think the bottom's good. I imagine most people will just come close to the bottom and drop from here because it makes more sense, right? I wonder if I want to, like, actually restrict you to be on the top part of the screen. Because there's really no advantage to being higher up, right? Other than it's just kind of fun to fly around. At least it looks like it's got some movement. I don't see any clouds. I think our cloud spawner is just way too rare. It's strange. Sometimes there's lots of clouds and then sometimes there's none. There's one. Yeah, now we got 2 in a row. We just had like a long stretch there of no clouds. Okay, let's do the tilting. Let's change this. And we'll figure it out from there. I don't know if I'll restrict it or not. Probably not. It'll be fine. Maybe I change the way the bullet moves depending on how high up you are or something. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Gazzard's the game I was working on before this. I ended up running out of money, so I put Gazzard on pause to make a simpler game. This game is called Gravitas, which I should be done with this in like a month or two. Well, I don't know. Let's say 2 or 3 months. I should be done with this game. And hopefully this game makes me some money so I can start working on Gazzard again. I think regardless, I'm probably going to start working on Gazzard again. I don't know, that's a hard thing to say, right? I need some money. So, Gazzard's still like a very long... It's a lot of work. So I might need to work on something simpler if this doesn't make any money. We'll see. Okay, so first let's restrict this to y equals 40 and 40. I did like the movement. It was pretty good. Okay, the other thing is I want it to tilt up and down. Oh, you're doing composing? I'm about to get into that. That's the last thing that I have to do. I've never done composing, so I saved it for last. But yeah, after I'm done with the mini games, I do some like I'm just gonna do like some balancing and stuff and pacing, and once that's done I'm gonna start doing audio, sound effects, and music. So I'll be doing that here shortly. Okay, so how do I approach this whole up and down thing? I think it's like if v-speed does not equal 0, right? Or h-speed does not equal 0. That's the first place to start. No, actually it's just v-speed. So, okay. Let's split this up, because I think it's going to be done in here. And right now this is a little messy. Okay, so if v-speed is less than 0, we're going up. So we want to say if image angle... Shit. We want to just say if it's less than... I don't want it to tilt up much, maybe like 15? So if image angle is less than 15, image angle plus equals, let's try like 0.1 to start with. Otherwise, image angle equals 50. And this one goes the other way. But it's going to be, do I do negative? Or do I do, I think image angle, I don't know, let's try it negative. So if it's greater than negative 15, I don't know. Sometimes image angle and like, or degrees and negatives don't get along, and I don't know exactly when that is. There we go. And then we just need to set up something here. If v-speed equals 0, we need to return back to normal. So I need to figure out which way we're at. Is greater than 0. Oh wait, we can't do else. Oh, I can. I just need to do it like this. Put this inside of it, so there's less than 0. There we go. Let's see if that looks good at all. Probably not. Also, I'm still getting an error, so I probably screwed something up here. What did I screw up? Honestly, I have no idea. What do you mean, unnecessary expression angle? I don't know why I'm getting an error here. It's something simple that I'm just not seeing. Did I spell angle wrong? No, they're all spelled correctly. I don't know what the error is from. One of my brackets is wrong? Shouldn't be. Oh, this is why. This needs an if. There we go. That was all it was. Alright, let's see how it looks. Oh, it needs to go up and down a little faster. But I think the climb, maybe it needs to like go up and down faster as well. Okay, it needs to return like twice as fast as it goes up and down. Right, it needs to return like way faster when you let off. But it also just needs to transition a little quicker too. But it's mostly doing what I want it to do. I can probably go a little bit more than 15 also. Might go to like 20. Alright, let's go to 20. And then we want to go faster than this, so let's do like 0.5. 0.5 here, but I want this one to be like, maybe even like a 1, so it returns to normal faster than it does transitioning. Alright, let's try that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh, actually I think it... Why is it rotating this way so much slower? The other way it does good. I must have missed one of them. Also, I was noticing it rocking here. I need to fix that as well. I missed something in here. This one. This needs to be 1. Okay, so the rocking is just because... Actually, it was probably just because of this. Oh no, if it gets stuck at like a 0.5, it won't actually go to 0. Right. Honestly, I don't know why it would rock. Because if it's greater than 0, it's going to do this. Otherwise, if it's less than 0, it'll do this. Otherwise, it'll just set it to 0. So it shouldn't rock if it sets it to 0. Let me try it again. Maybe it was just the thing before made it weird. Okay, I think it needs to do not tilt down as much as it tilts up. And that would fix it. I actually probably don't want it to actually rotate back as fast. I actually think I want it to rotate faster as you're moving. And it rotates back to normal slowly. I think I did that backwards. So this one needs to be 1. 1. And then I want the negatives to only go to like 15 or 10. Let's do 15. Okay, I definitely don't want it to tilt down if you're actually on the bottom or you're on the top. Also, this goes too far to the right. I didn't really check that. How about this way? Too far that way. Okay. Restrict the screen a little bit more. Make it to where it actually turns back to normal if you're here or here. It's weird because I set it to be h speed equals 0 at this point, right? So shouldn't this start rotating back? Oh, is it V speed? Is it because... Okay, where's V speed stuff? V speed equals 0. If it equals 0, shouldn't it rotate back normal, even if I'm holding the down button? Because the rotation is here, right? Also, let's just do this real quick. So this was too much. I don't know what it's supposed to be though. Is 100 too much? 100 feels like too much. Let's do 100. Yeah, I don't know why. If I went down to like the bottom, V speed should equal 0. And if it equals 0, then the image angle should rotate back towards 0, regardless of what's down here. So that's confusing. 100 seems a little better. It's too much on this side, but not enough on the other side. That's weird. I guess wherever the... I don't know if it's exactly middle center. I think this is fine. Other side's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. The real mystery is, why does this happen? Why does that happen? I can't explain that at all. Right? Actually, okay, maybe I do know what's happening. Because... Okay, technically I set this to 0, and it makes a pass. But the next time, it's actually set to, like, one above this again. Which means the next one, it actually rotates it. Okay, I think that's what's happening. I need to make this, like, be within one. Instead of at 0, it needs to be, yeah, within 1. So, okay, we're going to do less than 1, greater than 1, and then this one needs to just be if it's between. So if v-speed is greater than actually, I don't have to do that. I just say if it's less than 1, right? Oh, that's right, because it's always a positive. That makes this difficult. It was a lot easier when I was doing this. No, it's not always a positive. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, if it's less than 1, if it's less than 0, so if it's less than -1, that's what I missed. And if it's greater than 1, so I need to be between -1 and 1. So if it, yeah, if it's greater than or equal to -1, or is less than or equal to 1, that should get it where it rotates back if I'm on the top or the bottom. And it doesn't start to rotate until the v-speed gets over at least 1. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Also, that's not good. It's slowly floating up and down. Why is that happening? What did I do here? God, I don't even know how that happened. Okay, I think what's going on is I have a 0.5 here, and this should just be a 1. Or something. No, because that's what it's actually increasing by. Well, that's what it's decreasing by. Yeah, it's increasing by values of 1, but it's decreasing by half that. Alright, why the hell were we floating up and down there? I think what I need to do here is I say if h speed is greater than 0.5, less than 0.5, and we get rid of this part. Yeah. There we go. If it's greater than 0.5, this all feels wrong. Why did I have that in there? If it's less than 0, I should just redo this because this is wrong. I don't know why I have this twice. It must have something to do with like the upgrades from before. I don't need that. Alright, let's redo this. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's just if it's less than 0.5, then we want to say plus equals that. So this is backward. Equals 0. Oh, this is why it was giving me the error before. Because I changed this part. I was supposed to change... Right, yeah, it's not bringing it to 0. Because this code is in here. Okay, I'm going to separate that, and I think that'll fix it. Yeah, because I want the image angle to only change at this point, but I want the v-speed changes otherwise, so... Honestly, I can just copy this. Cut this part out. Change this to V. But this is going to be all wrong too. Oh, maybe that's why I had it separated before. Right, if it's else, it's just going to keep setting it back to 0. That won't work. Alright, let's go back to what we had before, because I think I just screwed everything up. I'm probably on the right track, but... Right, so this part. If it's less than 0, if it's greater than 0.5, it equals 0. Otherwise, we're adding. Okay, so this way it doesn't constantly set it back to 0. Right, so all I really needed to do is pull this back out. But this needs to be if view speed less than 0. Oh wait, I didn't go back far enough. Okay. Now we're back where we were before. So that goes there. This goes here, but I gotta add the part in the front again. I think that'll fix everything. It's really messy and probably not done correctly, but as long as it works. I feel like I just made this very confusing when it didn't have to be like this. Whatever. Yeah, we're not floating up and down anymore. And this still works. This still works. I know what it's wrong is like it moves extra fast here because technically two things are running at the same time, but then it slows down as it transitions back to up. That's why it looks kind of weird. It's like it goes fast and then goes half speed when it goes to final little bit, which makes it look weird. I don't know how to fix that. Honestly, I think to fix that, I would have to just put the image angle thing to actually be based on the key press. That would have been the smarter thing to do, instead of making it based on the vertical speed. But is it worth even fixing? Is it that bad? It seems kind of weird. I think it's fine. Plus, you're really not going to be looking at the plane much. You're going to be looking at the stuff that's coming on screen. Also, I'm really disappointed with the amount of clouds, so I really want to fix that. Not nearly enough clouds. Is it because of the... Yeah, this is setting it between 5 and 10 seconds. I mean, that shouldn't be bad. I think I just need to increase the rate of it, like 0.7 instead. So we have a 70% chance instead of a 50. I'll probably fix it. Like, if I make this number too big, we're gonna end up having way too many clouds. Okay, I gotta figure out bullets next. This is in here. We're gonna make a special bullet for this, which is really just... Let me look. It's plane bomb. This would probably be the thing I want to copy. It's gonna do basically this. I'm just gonna edit it. So it doesn't do all the seeking stuff. Alright. I don't know if it's going to have states. I don't think so. We can get rid of the state. But it does have a vertical speed, an angle. The image X scale and Y scale are probably going to be bigger, so we'll keep that. Probably even bigger than this. So this target X and Y, we're not going to mess with that. Get rid of that. Step. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have states, but all we really want is this falling one. Copy that. Get rid of all this and paste. Alright, let's edit it from here. So, vertical speed plus equals 0.1 if the angle is greater than this. Honestly, this brings it to... Oh, okay, we just do 88.5. Angle minus equals... If y plus equals vertical speed, if y is greater than this. Alright, so this is the difference. I might want to keep this in here so that anytime the bomb touches the surface of the water, maybe it makes a little splash. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm gonna get rid of it. Well, okay, let's test it. We'll keep it in here as a test. No, we're not gonna keep it. Change my mind again. I just want to say if y is greater than room height plus like 100 instance destroy stuff. I'll say 100 might be too much. Let's do 50. Alright, so yeah, this will just drop out, slowly increase speed. It probably needs to have like an X speed. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so this part isn't a thing. I don't even know if I want this part. Don't want that. Alright, so if the distance to the last bomb is greater than 700 and we have reloaded. If you, okay, this is for the auto fire, so auto fire should just now work. If you're holding the button, it'll just keep creating bombs. That should be fine. I do want to... I don't remember where I set up the bullets not creating more than a couple. I think it's part of its creation. Yeah. So if it's greater than, let's start with 3. No, actually, 3 is a bit little. Let's do 4. If we got more than 4 bullets on screen, we gotta destroy it. Destroy itself. In fact, if I want to be a little more efficient, I throw this at the top and say exit. Because nothing else matters at this point. And then I wouldn't mind it going faster. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, that should be good. Let's test it. Oh, everything hurts. Gotta create a new thing. I think that'll all be good. I feel like when it comes out, if I want that like good sort of arc to where it comes out forward and then it might need to do like it goes to the right a bit and then it starts going to the left faster and faster. Otherwise, it's not going to feel like it's just going to drop straight down the way I'm doing it right now, right? I want it to kind of feel like it's coming out at an angle. It's like it's losing speed compared to the plane, right? So I think this isn't going to be quite right. I'm going to have to do some sort of horizontal speed for this that slowly gets negative and negative until it's like at negative 20, whatever our flight speed is. So you know what? Let's just do that because I'm pretty sure about it. So it's going to equal like negative, I don't even know. How fast do normal bullets move? So they're usually at 14. Let's just say 10 then. I think 10 will be good. So it equals negative 10, or it equals positive 10. So we're going to say h speed minus equals 0.1. And then we say x plus equals h speed. So I just want to say, I want to make sure h speed never goes below negative 20. So if h speed is greater than negative 20, else h speed equals negative 20. Or, I mean, this part's not even necessary. Not like we need a perfect number it's going by. Yeah, if it's ever greater than negative 20, we're just going to subtract 0.1 from it, which might be too slow. But that way it comes out going like positive and then slowly gets negative. That actually might be too fast. I gotta reload it again to change that stuff. Okay, that's kind of right. It's shooting like too far forward. So yeah, I don't want to come out at 10, probably come out at like 3 or something. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it definitely needs to be going more behind us. So that would be a reason to go higher up on the screen. So you give it more time to get further back, right? Because if you're like down here, your bullets are going to go up here. If you get up here, you can actually get your bullets to go further back before they hit the water, like right here. So yeah, basically, I think that's a good idea. So just stumbling upon that. If I want to hit enemies earlier, I need to be up in the top of the screen. Of course, you know, I want the arc to be more, but yeah. That way the bullets will land right here, and if you're ever at the bottom of the screen, like the furthest you can shoot back is going to be way up here, or it'll be more like this way. Probably cut this in half or something. But that's basically what I want. I might actually want the little splash, now that I think about it. It would look nice. So I kind of regret getting rid of that. Alright, so let's change this. Let's do like 3. And then if I want the mini splash, I gotta go find it again. But this mini thing, this isn't going to work because that one doesn't actually move, so I need to make one that moves. So let's do like minigame, mini explosion. So where's the mini explosion at? It's part of the effects. I think. Am I just not seeing it? There we go, mini explosion. Control D. Goes here, and basically this works the same way. The only difference is, oh, I gotta open it. Yeah, this thing needs to move to the left. Also, where the surface is being drawn is wrong. So this needs to be 8. Oh crap! What is it? It's 852. Well, that should be good. Okay, so this just needs a step event. Saying x minus equals 20. So it moves at the flight speed. Okay, and then the plane bomb. Let's say like so I created this at 275, which is 20 above my surface. So 20 above 852 is 872. Put it where it's supposed to be. Alright, so when the bullet gets above this, I create this thing, and then I need to say splash equals true so that it doesn't splash multiple times. Alright, let's test that. So every time the bullet hits the water surface, it should create a little flash. It goes off the screen. But that created another new object. I guess now's a good time to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh god. The game still hasn't loaded yet, so beautiful. Streaming for 3 hours already? This one's been going by pretty quick. I was feeling kind of iffy. I don't know how to explain it. I want to say depressed, but not quite. It was more like dread or something going into the minigames. It usually goes away pretty quickly as long as I can like get it going. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. Alright, it's finally open. Where's the splash? Wow, what is going on? Oh, there it goes. Wow, they don't really seem to line up with where the bullet is. I think it's because they start so small. By the time we can actually see them, they're like way over here. Actually, this is going way too far back now. Which is not what I want. Pilot the bombardier, pilot the bombardier. I think if I just make the splash appear like a little bit to the right of the X, so it sort of lines up a little bit better. But I've already like eliminated this whole thing that I was saying. I don't know if I want bullets actually going off the screen. I think this has to be set up just enough to where the bullets hit right in here when you're in the top corner here. But I kind of like the speed at which they come out too. Yeah, but I feel like it's just not good that these are going off screen. It's like you will never be in this top corner if that's true. I need to like time this to where it just hits this side when you're here. Also, I didn't do anything to set up if the bullets are off the screen on the left. They should also get deleted early. Also, this is way too slow of an auto speed. I need to increase that a lot. Alright, a couple things to change. Alright, so 3 was not good. Let's do like 6. And then let's make the splashes come out at like plus 100. That might be too much. That or I just make these splashes play a lot faster. That'll probably help line them up a little more. Oh, that's like perfect. It's exactly where I want it to be. Also, the splashes are they just need to play faster or something. Or they get created sooner. That's what needs to happen. They get created sooner. Let's try going back on this and just make this be like 750. So the X will probably have to be minus a little. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep messing with this until they look about right. Oh yeah, they're way off. But they're kind of like splashing at the right time now. Alright, back to 100. It seems to be a combination of the two. Oh, that's close. Just needs to be right a little bit more. Let's do 30. I think that's about right. I'm gonna do like a little more, 40, and then I'm gonna set. I just want this to be a little bit more. I don't know. I think 7 will be too much though, so maybe like 6.5. Also, gotta speed this up. Make the bullets disappear if they go off screen, which technically shouldn't really happen much now. Alright, so now we've got like this should be a little bit more on screen. Yeah, there we go. So it's hitting like perfectly in this corner, which is kind of like what I want. And you can see the splashes from these kind of line up a little better now. I could have them slow down a bit when they touch the surface. That would add a little extra skill to it. And that's kind of how they work in the final stage screen. I don't know, slowing down to 0 seems like it'd be overkill, but yeah, maybe we'll do that. I had that before and I got rid of it. I guess that would be part of this, huh? That doesn't really line up enough. Like before I used a state to swap it, but I need another variable this way so that I know when it actually hits the surface. We're just gonna try this. So so this is just gonna bug me. I usually like turning this to true at the start of the event. Just gonna swap it. Let's set it to 0 to start with, but I think that's gonna be too much. Probably want to do. I want to slow it down, but not that much. Yeah, it's no good. Let's do... I could just cut it in half. Yeah, let's do that. So, equals v speed divided by 2. That way, however fast it's traveling will affect how much it slows down. So if it's moving faster, it'll slow down less. That's another reason to go to the top of the screen, because you can ramp up more speed before it actually hits the water. So yeah, it barely even slows down when you're at the top. But if you're at the bottom, it slows down a lot more. Okay, I think that's about right. It's not much, but it's just a subtle little thing. If you're up here, you get enough vertical speed that hardly even slows down by the time you get there. But if you're down here, it just looks like they're actually being affected by the water, right? Because they are having their speed change. I think I can change the vertical or the horizontal speed as well to like stay on screen a little bit better. So I'll do the exact same thing with the horizontal. Actually, negative 20 divided by negative 20, or divided by 2. Oh, it's still like negative 10, right? And that brings it back more to where it was landing before as well. I like that. That looks good. Okay. I'm thinking only other thing I might do is have the image angle shift a bit. Because like if a torpedo is falling and hits the water, I guess it wouldn't actually go this way, right? It would actually go back a bit. Nah, maybe not. We'll leave that out. Okay, so the other part was if y is greater than that, or if x is less than negative 50. There we go. Destroy cell. I don't care if it goes off the screen to the right. Okay, but yeah, this speed was way too slow. I think I gotta change this number. Let's do like 300, but that might be too much now. Like 500 was normal. But I'm thinking maybe I want like 300 or 400 for the speed of the rapid fire. Oh, but because of the way that they like, it actually takes them longer to get away from the plane because of the way they move. A lower number is actually better, 200, because it's still too slow. I like that. I think that's about it. So, looking at it, if I hold the button down, oh, but that means if you're close, if you you can actually fly into bullets in this case, and as long as you stay close to a bullet, it's not actually gonna like shoot out another bullet. So I really need to put this on like a different type of timer. Yeah, it's fine if you don't move, but if you ever move and you stay like on a bullet, it doesn't shoot out another bullet until the distance is farther. I guess I need like a second reload for auto fire. because I still like being able to spam out like 4 bullets all at once as long as you keep pressing buttons. It gives you a reason to spam buttons. So, shouldn't have had 2 bullets come out that quick. I guess it's technically possible, because the reload speed's only like, I don't know, like a 1/6 of a second. I had to come up with something different. We'll need something else that's not just reload. So instead of using this 200, I just need some other variable, which is like fire speed or something. Fire speed is not the right way. If what is the word? Why can't I think of this? Fire rate. So fire rate equals 0. So the reload is just to keep you from, if I didn't have this and you press the button, the like immediately you would have another bullet come out when you press because you're technically holding it. So I need like 1/10 of a frame before the next bullet will come out between pressing and holding. But if I'm going to be just holding, I want this fire rate to keep going. So let's just say, I don't know what this has got to be, but we're going to set it to like 1/2 second. And we'll just keep working this until it works. Same sort of deal, just a different number. There we go. That'll let me set up like a different variable for holding down the button as opposed to pressing it. But this 1/2 second is probably too fast. Probably need to do it like, I don't know. What I had before was about like every second. Honestly, this seems about right. But one thing I want to do is I think this thing needs to set fire rate as well. So that you still have to wait 30 seconds but while holding it, even if you just pressed it. Like I want this to simulate the first one that comes out, right? So we're going to do that as well. But this has no requirements on it for reloading. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, it has no requirements. So technically you can get this out as fast as you can spam the button, which is what I want. Also, I just thought, I never tested mouse movement, so I should do that. Oh wow, 2 of them came out super fast there. Why did that happen? Didn't happen there. Why did it happen that one time, but it's not happening now? Oh, there it goes, it happened again. 2 of them come out super fast. Well, the speed and everything's correct. Just sometimes we get multiple coming out and sometimes not. I don't know why. thing is, there's like a limit to how many bullets you can shoot. Definitely want it to, don't want it to shoot out multiple ones when you don't want it to, like there, it just did it again. Also, mouse movement. Click. Not actually creating the mouse. Cursor. I wonder why that is. Alright. So I pressed it the first time. Technically all this is true. So it creates the bullet. And then it sets reload to equal 10 and fire rate to equal 30. And then the next time around, there's no way that these both equal 0 while you're holding the button. So this should not happen. How the hell am I getting 2 bullets so fast? I wonder if I can actually just change this reload speed now that I think about it. Honestly, that was just to stop you from spamming stuff out, but technically I am just using this for the same purpose. Alright, well fuck. Reason to have an extra variable. I guess this technically is the same thing. Okay. If reload equals 0, if you press the button, this should happen. Reload should not equal 0 the next time around. And then this, if it's greater than 0, it'll be minus minus until it equals 0, or until it's less than 0, or equal to 0, and it just equals 0. And then you're not having the pressed anymore. That'll be when the next one goes off. I have no idea why we got multiple bullets then. Also, I don't know why cursor is not getting created. I need to look at that. I think the cursor is based on the camera, and I don't have a camera. That's what's going on. So where's the cursor at? Here we go. For this, if not auto move, and we release the mouse right button. Okay, it checks to see if these things exist. So I just need to add in here, or instance exist. It's not O plane, it's Minigame plane. There we go. That'll make cursor show up if we have the plane. Okay, that fixes that. Yeah, I still don't know why we were getting multiple bullets before. It should technically be impossible to get 2 bullets back to back unless you are pressing the button. It could be like my keyboard is registering button being pressed really fast. But, I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, I got 2 bullets back to back again. It's still happening. Right? I'm pretty sure that was like 2 bullets like on top of each other there. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just sometimes happens. It's so strange. Like, as long as we only got 4 on screen, we know we're doing something right. Why I saw 2 bullets on top of each other before. You know, one thing that could be happening is maybe the auto fire drops a bullet and then I press the next bullet to come out, and it's happening in like the reverse order, right? Because technically that's possible. If I like auto fire and then fire, I can do that and have them stack. It doesn't seem to be a problem right now, and the auto fire is working now at the speed that I want it to. And I don't have this problem of like bullets stacking. Alright, this. Go there. It needs to get... Oh, okay. I had this thing have something to where if the player or the ship got close to it, it would destroy itself, but I don't have it set up for the plane as well. I need to do that. But if I do precise controls, this does work. A little weird. Guess it works. It's because it's like one-to-one movement with the up and down. Technically not needed. It's all right. You can hold the button. Mouse controls do work. I just need to make sure I turn this part off when the plane gets close to it. And I don't really care if it like overshoots or something for the playing game. It doesn't have to be like that specific or precise. Please. Okay, so let's look at this. The same deal, just I think we can just use this one. That should work. This is the perfect music to be testing this. This is Darius Twin. The first stage, when you're flying over the ocean. I think it's the first stage. It could be something else. I really need to fix that to where it stops removing my full screen when I'm loading the game. What just happened? Why did it close the game though? There we go. So click, go there. Beautiful. It's a little weird to overshoot it, I guess. Or do the up and down thing. Maybe I need to make it closer. Probably need to expand that a bit. I think within 10 is just a little too much for this because it's such a big thing. Alright, so far I'm liking this though. That's working. Let's just make this like, if it's less than... Well, I mean the plane moves. How fast does the plane move? I already forgot my... Yeah, the plane only moves 10. Let's just do like 20. I mean the plane's a pretty big object though. I think that's the most important part. Let's do like 30. Oh, it's already 4:11. Alright, looks like I'm not going to create any enemies tonight. But I should be able to get all the enemies done tomorrow. Kind of my goal. I haven't set up if this happens. Where, yeah, anything, I got to set this up kind of like I do with the player. Anything below the surface has to be restricted to the surface. Otherwise you get this problem. Which, I've done it before, I just got to remember how to do it. It just sets it to where if I like click here, it'll automatically apply it up here. Okay, we'll figure that out. I think that's part of like the creation event. Part of this when I create it. No, it's part of the controller. This is where it's created at. Or maybe it's part of the thing itself. I don't know. Where did I do that? Oh, this is what I did. I said if the Y is higher, it's going to count it as if... Okay, yeah, this is what I need to do. So... Let me see here. If... Y, so if it's less than, so I want if it's greater than 852, which is our new thing, and plane Y equals 852. Oh, it doesn't go to 852 though, does it? It goes to like 700. So it actually needs to be above 700. Where's the plane? Plane goes to a maximum of 700. So that's what I want. Right, so the part here that changes is we remove the thing from the Y. Oh, we attach the thing to the Y. Okay, so it needs to be plane Y. Alright, so X, O player Y, O player X, O player Y. Okay, I see. Because in this case, it's just checking to see the X and Y coordinate of this thing. But if the plane's Y is at 700 and this thing is above 700, I want to do it based on what the plane's Y is. Alright, that should work. Alright, so if I go here, once it gets above it, it'll delete it. There we go. That's how that works. Click wherever you want, and it'll figure it out. Except for this. Didn't think about that. It can't go off the screen. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of funny that it's trying to get there, but it can't. I mean, does that matter? I don't think so. It's weird if it's like, if it's trying to get to something down here, it'll keep bouncing back and forth basically. But if it's something like this, it'll just run into the wall and it doesn't really matter. It stays on the screen, but it's not like ever going to be blocking anything. So I think it's a weird thing that you can't actually delete that. But it's not going to like break anything. I don't know. I feel like it's not worth trying to code in deleting this if the plane's here. I guess one weird thing is if you go to like here, it's not fun. It's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna fix that. A little weird. I mean, another thing I can do is just kind of like expand the range to be a little bit more, right? Because we're just off by like a couple pixels from deleting the one on top. If I go from like 30 to 40, it might fix it. It won't fix this one because that's just definitely a lot farther. Same thing with this one. Just gonna be like a lot farther to get to it. But I could fix the top and bottom one. I don't think it matters. That's like, who cares? No one cares. Okay, I'm cool with all this. This thing's got parent bullet on it, so as long as I'm searching for parent bullet for my different enemies that I create later, all that should work fine. The last thing I'll need is like an exit sort of thing. So I think there will be a state for exiting the stage. So let's set that up. Exit or in. We'll just call it in. Exit. So once whatever, all the enemies are dead, I'll switch the state over to this and we'll have this, I don't know, maybe the plane will fly off the screen or it'll show like how much loot you got or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I haven't really thought of it, but we made some good progress there. Got a lot of the hard stuff done, which really wasn't that hard. So yeah, the next thing I'll do, I'll create like a spawner, or yeah, different like wave spawners or whatever. Maybe that'll just be part of the spawner actually. And it'll just kind of like, yeah, it'll send out waves randomly depending on what kind of stage we got. And it'll give you a score based on how many you kill. And pretty simple. Simple little mini game that's supposed to add some pace. It's supposed to split up the pacing in the game. Also give you an easy way to make loot so that I can make things priced a little higher to encourage you to interact with these mini games. I'm pretty happy with it. It's working. I think this one will be a lot easier than doing the fishing thing. The fishing will probably be a little harder than this. It's a lot more complicated making like a fishing minigame. And all the UI stuff. UI always sucks. Oh yeah, we never set up a pause screen. Maybe I'll do that real quick. God, I don't even remember where all my pausing stuff is. Here it is. So here we go. We were doing this based on if there's a camera in the scene. But I need to set something up to where if we're on one of the mini games as well, we can pause. And I think most of the rest of the code will work. So it shouldn't be too hard to do pausing. I think the big thing though is, I don't know if the camera actually affects the pause itself. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure everything that gets drawn or created is done with our main object here. So, oh, but it's drawn based on where the camera is. So yeah, I will have to set all that up. I also have to set up like the different UI stuff. So there's a few more things to do besides the enemy stuff. I gotta do UI and pausing. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna stop here as far as the stream's concerned. I think I showed my process for making minigames pretty well there. And the stream helped me like get into it. So whatever. I was kind of going before I started the stream too. It helped me get over that feeling of like not wanting to do it. Okay, that's it for me. I'll probably stream when I start working on the fishing mini game. Maybe I'll do a bit of that, but I probably won't stream any more of this until it's done. So the next stream should probably just show how all this worked, hopefully. And yeah, we'll be working on a fishing mini game maybe, or I'll just skip that. And the next one I'll show will be showing both the mini games. Who knows? I don't promise anything anymore. Anyway, that's it for me. Later. Bye. Ciao.